Success or fail, we're fixing to do something that you will not find anywhere else on YouTube. Stick around. Some of you who have been here at the Weems Motor Co. channel may remember this frame from a long time ago. We bought this motorcycle for our Born Free 13 build way back in 2022. Now, 3 years later, we have this frame up on the stand because we need that swing arm off of there. So that motorcycle there, we titled the push rod popper. We currently have the top end off of that, getting out for having the head, new valves and stuff put in. But when we were heading out to the Biltwell 100 with this motorcycle, we were T-boned in Flagstaff, Arizona, and this motorcycle was on the back of the truck. In doing so, it bent the swing arm when we got hit. So this bike currently has a bent swing arm on it, and that frame that we have on the table has a nice straight one. Nowhere on YouTube can you find a video that shows you how to remove these swing arms. So I thought, why not? Let's make a video. Success or fail, we are going to remove or attempt to remove the swing arm off of this 1956-ish, somewhere anytime between 1954 through 1959 Triumph frame. So we're going to do this, and we're going to attempt to do it without using a press. So let's get the thing cleaned up so we can get into where the pivot point mounts on this frame. Let's get it cleaned up. Before we get a little too far into this, I just wanted to clarify, I've never done this before, and everywhere that I've researched on the internet says, don't do it, it's not worth the trouble. Well, because we have a bent swing arm, it's worth the trouble. I need to get a straight swing arm onto that bike so that I can start riding it and racing it again. And it just so happens that our frame from Rusty has a good swing arm. Now, it is not stuck, it's not rusted, it feels smooth, there's no play. So I think possibly if we can get this out of the frame, it's gonna be a good replacement for what we got, because what we got is horrible. Now, never done this before. I do have a printout from the original manual which kind of shows an exploded view of what's inside of this swing arm and what we need to do. Talk to a few people, and we're gonna just attempt to tackle this. But right off the bat, after cleaning that, we noticed that in typical Rusty fashion, it's rusted solid. So we need to get this end off so that we can get that shaft out, so that we can make a special tool to be able to pull that sleeve out the middle of that. So first task is to get that rusted up nut off of there. Little hammer and chisel did the work, got that rod out of there. Now, I'm not too worried about saving that rod, as the bike that we're going to put the swing arm on has a good one on it already, so I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of gross inside there, which is okay. I would rather it be wet and greasy and gunky than to be dry and rusted solid, so that's a good sign that we could possibly get the shaft out of here. Up on top is a grease fitting. We're gonna go ahead and remove that grease fitting and see if we can get some penetrating oil down inside there to maybe help the process of getting the sleeve out of the swing arm. So that's the next step in the process. Get that out, fill it up, and then we can work on making a tool for this. everything kind of coming out pretty nice. I mean, it's gross and yucky with all the old grease, but after we get it all cleaned up, I think we're moving in the right direction. Now, let me grab a piece of paper and kind of draw out what my plan is to get this spindle out of the swing arm. Let's grab a paper. All right, so here is a rough sketch of what we're working with. So this is our swing arm coming back to our rear wheel. Now, on each side of the swing arm, you have this section that sticks out. And in the middle of that is our frame lug that goes through there. Now, all the way through this portion is a spindle. Now, this spindle, the outside dimension of that is just under 1 inch, so I'm going to say 0.950. And on the inside of that is a dimension of roughly 700 thousandths. So my idea is to take a piece of all thread like this, run it through the middle. This happens to be 5/8, which is 0.612. And then we're going to take a nut and we're going to screw it onto the end of this, and then we will weld the end of that so that we can put this onto the lathe and we can turn down the outside diameter of that so it will fit inside of this sleeve that goes across the swing arm. Now, once that's turned down, then I'm going to take an old piece of fork tube and we're going to place it at this end with another nut and a washer on the end of that. So as we tighten it, it will pull that pin out of there into the piece of fork tube, removing our swing arm sleeve out of the swing arm. Then we can remove the swing arm off. So let's get this nut welded up on there, get it on the lathe, and get it turned down. Got all of our pieces to be able to pull this out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get it out on the first try. I am going to go ahead and take and place a little bit of heat on that frame section because I know that the swing arm portions are loose where the bushings go through, but that middle section might be stuck. So we're going to throw some heat on it, and then we're going to proceed to use our custom tool here, and fingers crossed that sleeve will pull right through and we'll be able to have the swing arm off of this frame so that we can get it cleaned up to go onto the push rod popper. So let's heat it up, get to work. So the process works. So that lets you know it can be done without using a press. Now, it does take a little bit of work, some heat, and having the knowledge and the pieces and parts to build the tool. Now the next step in the process is to get the pushrod popper motorcycle up on the lift, and we're gonna have to pull the gearbox inner cover and outer cover out to have access to those points on the frame, along with removing the primary. We're not gonna hassle you guys with all the time of removing those things, but we'll go ahead and get it up on the lift, get them removed, and then we'll start that process of removing that bent swing arm. It's gonna be a lot of work. Gotta get that wheel off, gotta do a lot of things, so let's get back to work. Alright, before we get any further on this, I just want to take a moment and let you guys see what we are working with on this bike. So as you can tell, that thing is pretty bent. It's all wonky in the back. Now, we were halfway, well, more than halfway across America in Flagstaff, Arizona when we got T-boned. This thing was strapped down to the back of the truck and a chain that went across to hold it there for security. Held it there for security, but it ended up bending that swing arm. We still did the Biltwell 100. We still took this thing through the desert because I thought, man, I've already went this far, why not? But now that we have the time to do this correctly and we were able to pull that swing arm off that old frame, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna get this thing back straight as an arrow so that we can get this thing back going. So that's what we're working with, people. Now time to get that primary off, get that gearbox opened up so that we can start removing that bent swing arm. Rear wheel off, shocks off, all of the gearbox internals out so that we can have access to that swing arm spindle. So the first thing we need to do is remove that little nut right there, which removes the outer covers that hold all the grease inside. Remove that out, then we can get our tool in there and just like we did before, start extracting it from the primary side. So let's get back to work. So that thing came out like easy peasy, super easy. It's nice to have that bent swing arm out of the way. But before we move on to getting the other one cleaned up and painted and ready to go on there, I just wanted to show you guys how bent this thing was. Check this thing out. Hard to believe that I took that thing to the Mojave Desert with it that bent, but we have that nice straight one. I'm gonna clean it up really quick and get it all painted, and we'll catch you guys back here in a minute. So before I threw that new swing arm on there, I thought that it'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and make sure that since this was involved in an accident, the motorcycle wasn't in an accident itself, it was on the back of a truck. But to make sure that nothing else was bent besides that swing arm. So everything is nice and level and true and straight. So we are good to go to throw on that straight swing arm. So let's go grab it, toss it on here. So we took the time, went ahead, got that all cleaned up and rattle canned that with some nice Rust-Oleum. She's clean, she's ready to go. Let's grab it, get inside the shop, and get this thing back together. Well, after hearing horror story after horror story, I was a little bit scared to tackle this task. But I do have to say it actually went fairly easy, especially considering the frame that we pulled this straight swing arm off of. But so you see how having just a little bit of ingenuity and some pieces and parts laying around, you can make yourself your own swing arm puller, or puller for anything for that matter. But I'm stoked about it because now we get to throw everything back together, and hopefully we can get that top end back from AJ and get this motorcycle running. So hopefully the next video you see on the push rod popper, we will be popping wheelies and not push rods. So that's gonna wrap up our video today, guys. It's been a blast having you guys here for it and making a success out of doing this project. So if you are new around here, jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.